So progress has been a little slow this week on the garden. The weather's been off and on, so the build outside it's taking longer than we thought it was going to. But we did finally get seeds planted. All right, so we finally got around to planting seeds. We've got a bunch of different types of peppers, obviously tomatoes, tomatillas, cucumbers, squash, zucchini, a bunch of different greens, cantaloupe, bok choy, Swiss chard. Gosh, what else? There's herbs down here. Oh, collard greens, basil, a bunch of spinach, cilantro. So this is just a seedling starter mix we've been messing with, and we're testing it out, and we've got everything planted in it, and hopefully we'll get these into little 4-inch square pots within the next couple of weeks. All right, a lot of this stuff has sprouted up, and we're going to start transplanting into 4-inch containers today. The garden's coming along pretty well outside finally. The weather hasn't been cooperating the best, but we're making do. Today's 39, windy, and it's been raining forever. But we're going to get these transplanted, and then we'll start being able to put some of this cooler weather type stuff, I think these beans, mostly out in the next few weeks into the raised beds. So getting excited about getting the season going. So we've started to take the little sprouts out of the 72 cells that were in the trays that were in our seedling soil, putting them into the regular soil in 4-inch pots. Not everything's ready, but it seems like, what, a third of it's ready? Yeah, about a third of it. And we're just transplanting into these, let them grow up some, and then we should be able to put them outside, start hardening them off in about 3 weeks or so. So we gotta make a move on the garden, but the weather has not helped us out this year at all. So, but we're getting there. So it's unusually windy. It's never windy here, but the guys got this one done. It's the big long one, 35 foot. It's built, middle beds, done, and done. And they started on this one. They did the outside, and we're not going to put it back. I'm actually going to use the wall of the building as the back, because, man, I think these 2x8s are like $60 or something crazy, and so that'll save us like $300 or $400. So we're just going to have 2x4 come off here, go over there, I'll bracket into the wall and tap con it, and that'll be the support so that this bed won't want to bow out when we fill it up or move. But next we need to finish all the weed block, clean everything up, and then we're going to get a load of soil in here hopefully next week, and we'll start filling up beds and getting things prepped, and then we'll start working on the trellis on that wall for the tomatoes, and then we're going to do some trellis along this fence for cucumbers, and I don't know what else. Right now I've got cucumbers in my head. I don't know. We might be doing something else, but it is coming along. The weather has not been cooperating, but we're getting there. We're still going to be fine for being able to plant on time, so that's most important. And we'll just continue to work and update as we go along. So I wanted to show a little bit closer about what the guys have been doing to build this, I guess for people that have never built a raised bed garden. Again, this is out of a 2x8, and then we're using 2x4 as like a corner brace, and so they're taking 3-inch construction screws that are for outdoor, so they won't rust and rot away and break, and they're screwing into that support there on the corner, and they're screwing this in right here, Now this was an inside corner, so they put this one there, but that's the only one that's that way. And then they're using the same screws for these inside braces where these joints are at right here, like this. Same 3-inch screws. And then for these supports over on this longer bed, they just put the 3-inch screw on the front like that, into there, and then side into the side of the post here. And so that'll make it so that hopefully that doesn't want to bow out or move. And they just did those every, there's no every, 8-ish foot, 10, that's more than 8 foot. Yeah, 8 or 9 foot. But it's plenty across there to make it so they won't bow out. And then on the back side of this fence, I just had them use this 1x8. And then we're gonna wrap weed block up around it. And then we'll fill it with soil. And we'll wrap weed block up around here as well. But there's really not a lot to building these beds. It's really simple. Not a lot of, it's expensive now that wood's crazy high. Other than that, once you get past the cost, there's not a lot you have to do to build a bed. I mean, to build a basic rectangle bed like this in your yard that's a 4x8, other than the cost, you could do it in 20 minutes. It really doesn't take a lot. And if you are older, or you have any accessibility issues, or even say you're in a wheelchair, you can layer this up, you know, another 8 here, another 8 here, and if I'm sitting down, I can reach right over, you know, and work on whatever I'm growing in the garden. So there's a lot of benefits to it. Obviously for us here, we can't do anything else because there's asphalt under this. But as far as accessibility and ease of use, raised beds have a lot of benefits. The big con to them right now is wood is crazy expensive right now. It's outrageous. Other than that, it's awesome. And these will last for, you know, cedar can last upwards of 20 years. So you can get a lot of years of gardening out of something like this.